Hey, from the writing, today we are going to discuss only three tips. Three tips, please. Keep an eye on the board and let's discuss each of these tips individually, one by one. The first word is sentence parts. And the first tip we are going to discuss about the writing is sentence parts. Do you know sentence? What is sentence? Sentence is group of words which has both subject and verb and can give a complete meaning. For example, get out of the class, come here, I'm gonna write something down on the board, the class is big and our book is lost. These are sentences which has subject and verb and can stand alone. You got it? That is called sentence. Sentence has many parts. Sentence consists of different parts. Those parts of the sentences can be what? Can be subject, can be verb, can be object. You guys understood? Okay, a sentence can have subject, can have verb. Sometimes a sentence can have object and sometimes a sentence may not have the object. Object is not so much necessary in a sentence. You got it? Second tip we are going to discuss is capitalization rules. Do you know the word capital? Capital letters. Do you know capital letters? We've got two kinds of letters in English. One is small letter, one is capital letter. حرف خرد و حرف کلان داریم. Capitalize دوسته. میشه کلان نویسی. Capitalization کلان نویسی. Capitalize کلان نویسی کردن. Capitalization کلان نویسی. Rules. What is rules? قواعد capitalization میخوانیم. چون من گفتم دوستا writing دوستا یک اسکیل مهمیه. اسکیل‌های متفاوت مهم. جمله بندیت باید خوب باشه. گرامریت باید عالی باشه. یه نالج لغاتی خیلی خوب باشه. کپیتالیزیشن باید خیلی بلد باشی. پانکچویشن میفهمید دوستا؟ پانکچویشن مارکس ها باید خوب باشی. در غیر از او writing سخته برید. Lastly we'll talk about one type of sentence in English which is called simple sentence. Do you know simple? ساده sentence. جملات ساده. جمله که یک noun است دوستا. جمله انواع متفاوت داره. From those different types of sentences we are going to discuss the first type which is called simple sentence. Now let's talk about each individually. First up, let's go with the word sentence. Sentence. Sentence is a group of words which has subject and verb and can stand alone, give a complete meaning. Look, for example, now somebody says she's my mother-in-law. Do you know mother-in-law? Mother-in-law. خسر مادر. مادر چیز دیگه. No, stop. She's my mother-in-law. You got it. Look at this sentence. A sentence is group of words. Group has لغات‌های 1, 2, 3, 4 words. این 4 تا لغات گروپ شده نه؟ Which has subject verb. Can stand alone. حالا میتونه با تنهایی استاد شه. Subject is she. She's the subject here. Where's the verb? Is the verb. Keep one thing in mind, that verb mostly goes after subject in a sentence. You understood? She is my mother-in-law. When it comes to sentence, you have to think of 4 characteristics or 4 elements about sentence. First is what? Subject of a sentence matters. Is to be subject. Second, verb in a sentence which is so much necessary. Third is a sentence always starts in capital letter. با حرف کلان هر جمله رو گوش کنید دوستا با حرف کلان شروع میشه. Lastly, a sentence ends in period. Do you know period? Means full stop. Or sometimes question mark. You know question mark? That is okay. Question mark. For example, another sentence. Hey, what are you up to? Hey, what are you up to? It means what are you doing? What are you up to? Now look, it ends in a question mark. The subject is you. R is what? You guys understood? This is sentence. But sentence consists of many different elements. such as subject, verb and object. از element های متفاوت ساخته میشه دوستان. Subject. So the subject is necessary in a sentence. Verb is also necessary. You got it? A sentence without subject is possible. For example, some command sentences we have. Do you know command? Imperative sentences. جملات امری we have which do not have subject. For example, bring me my bag. Close the door please. Show me the way to the hospital. اینا دوستان جملات چیه؟ امپراتیوه که سابجکت نداره. اما verb چیه؟ Verb is the most important element in a sentence. Without a verb, a sentence cannot make sense. معنا نداره بدون verb. حالا مثلا شما چی میگی؟ مثلا میگی Sarah here every other day. سارا اینجا یک روز در میان. چی؟ یک روز در میان چی؟ ورب نداره که نشان میده چی کار بشه دوستا. Sarah حالا چی بگی؟ مایا دیگه. Sarah comes here every other day. حالا دیگه معنای جمله کامل شد نه؟ سارا اینجا یک روز در میان مایا. You guys understood? That is important. Very important. Lastly, we've got object. You know object? Object is what? Receiver of an action. Something receives an action. Look at the board. Okay. I touched the board. What is touched? چی touch میشه دوستا؟ board. این board چیه؟ object. object دوستا اسم یا ضمیری که کار رویش انجام میشه تغییرات رویش ایجاد شده. صحیح شد دوستا؟ مثلا مارکر رو میشکنی. نه؟ چی شکست دوستا؟ مارکر. کار روی موضوع انجام شده. صحیح شد یا نه؟ آفرین. وقتی که شما میگی take off my watch. take off چیه؟ my watch. در آوردن واچ نه؟ چی take off میشه دوستا؟ watch. تغییرات نماید؟ I eat food. غذا میخورم. غذا چیه؟ object. تغییرات نماید بخوری بعد از 2 دقیقه دانه نمونده اون چی. ذره. خلاص میشه تغییرات مایه رویش. صحیح شد؟ اینا object دوستا. object هم میتونه در جمله. بعضی وقتا گفتم دوستا. در جمله هست بعضی وقتا وجود نداره object. چون شما خیلی کلان شدی. در روز گرامر چی خواندی؟ transitive and transitive verb خواندی. وربای transitive که 100% نیاز به object داشت. intransitive verb نیاز به object نداشت. مثلا she smiles at me. دیدی دوستا اینجا اصلا object نیاز نداره. اصلا smile وربیه که transitive نیست و object نیاز نداره. Did you guys understand this? Okay. Let's talk about each individually. Think of a sentence. بازم دوستا جمله را اگر بخوای فکر کنی کامله یا نه این 3-4 دانه element باید یادت نره. Number 1 subject باید درباره subjectش گفتم خیلی مهمه. بعضی جاها اصلا subject نداره. کدام جملات؟ imperative sentence. جملات امری do not have any subject because the subject is you. یادت باشه دوستا subject youه. ما که میگیم for example stop talking. منظورم شمایی دیگه نه؟ ولی نمیگیم you stop talking. That is all. verb گفتم داشته باشه و با capital letter شروع و با یک از این علامت ها ختم شده باشه. is called sentence. Very well. Now let's go. Let's talk about subject. یادت باشه دوستا subject is a word in which has a symbol sub. sub is mostly considered as a subject. You got it? Subject. One thing you have to know about subject, the subject can be noun, can be pronoun. Subject دوستا هم میتونه noun, you know noun, which names a person, thing or idea, can be pronoun. ضمیر میتونه باشه. ضمیر is something which is used instead of noun. For example, and what is the use of subject? What is subject? Subject is the do. Do means انجام دادن. پسوند AR چی کاره؟ انجام دهنده. اسم ساز کننده سازه. مثلا شما میگی walk قدم زدن. واکر چیه؟ قدم زننده. write چیه؟ نوشتن. writer چیه؟ نویسنده. آفرین خیلی خوشگل بود. The doer of action. action عمل. این که میگیم action باید action باشه. صحیح شد دوستا؟ عمل. فعلای عمل خبر چیه؟ آره عمل داشته باشه. مثل walk, talk و write و read و خوردن و eat و اینا. Got it? Let's go with some examples. این چیزا رو گفتم به یه جمله پیدا. Now when you for example Ali teaches 3 subjects. Ali teaches 3 subjects. اینجا subject مضمون معنا داره اشتباه نگید. Ali سیدن فایل درس دیگه. اینو. Ali is noun but can be subject. As I told you, subject is the doer of action. So what does Ali do here? Ali teaches something. Now this action is done by this person. I mean by this word. Got it? Okay, next. My dog, for example, ate all the meat. You know meat? Correct. My dog ate past all the meat. So, what is subject? My dog. It is what? The past form of eat. That is all. He, for example, he brought me a cup. He brought me a cup. What is subject here? He. He's a subject. He is pronoun. So I told you. Brought. What is brought? Is action. Action which is done by the subject. You got it? Keep one more thing in mind. Sometimes some sentences may confuse you. How? Let's go with some more sentences with black marker. Somebody says, for example, Sarah is a nice dancer. Do you know dancer? Sarah is a nice dancer. The person who dances is called dancer. Very well. Now she, for example, sings. She seems terrible. Seems, look. افتضاح به نظر میرسه. Now in the first sentence, Sarah is a nice dancer. Where's the subject? Subject is what? Subject is Sarah. Why do you think Sarah is a subject? Does Sarah do any action here? What is the action Sarah does here? She's a dancer. What do you mean? Now, what is the verb here? Is action verb? Never. As I told you, some sentences may confuse you. According to the definition of subject, as you studied previously, subject is the doer of an action. But here, there is no action. Here, there is no action. So where's the subject? Do these sentences have any subject? Okay, exactly. It doesn't have any subject, but you are a little bit wrong. You know why? Because subject is Sarah. Is verb, but it is not action verb. In this sentence, she is also subject. But here one thing I have to teach you, that subject does not have only one definition. Subject has got 2 definitions. One is subject is the doer of the action. The second definition of subject is a person. A thing, my pen. A place which we talk about. What am I talking about in this sentence? I'm talking about Sarah. What about in this sentence? I'm talking about she. You guys understand? Do not get confused. Somebody says, for example, Afghanistan is located in Asia. Where's the subject? Can you guys detect it? Between subject is there by Afghanistan. Why Afghanistan? We are talking about Afghanistan. My pen is lost. Where's the subject? My pen. What does my pen do here? چیز کار به pen is ما اینجا نظر definition. هیچ کاری. I'm talking about my pen. I'm giving information about my pen. You guys understood? یاد گرفتی یا نه دوستا؟ دوم دفعه اشتباه نکنی. Subject has got two. The first one and the second one should be written down here. بخوام اینجا نمیشتم. صحیح شد؟ Okay. Subject is where should I write it down? Hope here. Subject can be with a blue, with a black pen. Subject is something, you know, STH is something. Somebody, no, sir. Somebody or something. Or some place. Do you know some place? بعضی جایی which we talk about. about. هر کس از شما سوال کرد این یک چیز میتونه باشه subject. Okay, somebody or something or someplace which we talk about. Now look at these sentences. Somebody says our class is big enough. Our class is a subject which we are talking about. A place. Guys understood? Any questions? No? The second element of a sentence is what? Verb. Should I clean it? Be quick, please. Okay, second element of a sentence is verb. Okay, verb is another element which is shown with V subject. You guys understand? Sorry, verb. This is verb, not subject. Hey, verb is a word, which is used to show what? Action, being, state, ownership. Got it. For example, action and state. Verb, a word. Okay? Now, as I told you, verb can be the most important element of a sentence. It can be the head of a sentence. Without verb, a sentence does not make sense at all. At all. Now, even the shortest sentence in English, for example, the shortest sentence. Have you ever thought of the shortest sentence? کوتاه‌ترین جمله رو فکر کردی؟ I am. I am. Where's the verb? Am. اونو بچ. Got it? That is all. And let's go with a verb, as I told you, verb, which is used to show state, action. Example, Sarah did not speak with us. Sarah did not speak with us. That is a subject we do not care about. And where is the verb here? Speak. What is did? Did is also verb. A sentence can have more than one verb. If a sentence has more than one verb, the first verb is helping and the second one is main verb. Always keep this in mind. Got it? Now did is what? Helping verb. Speak is the main verb. Okay, I am teaching. I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you. Where is the verb? Teaching and am. Which one do you think is the helping verb? Am. And the main verb is? Teaching. That is all. She feels bad. Where's the verb here? Feels is a verb. As I told you in the very beginning, the verb mostly comes right after the subject in a sentence. Look at this verb, at this verb, at this verb, this verb. Any questions? Good. This is verb. Next one is what? The object. Should I clean it? Object. What is object? Okay. Object is mostly shown with what? OBJ. OBJ is mostly standing for object. Now, OBJ is object. So object is also a what? A word. That word can be noun. And can be pronoun. Exactly. Object is mostly, now, when the subject does something, the object receives that. Now, as I told you, look at the board. Now, I touch the board. The board is touched. I teach English. English is taught. I take off my watch. My watch is being, or my watch is taken off. Got it? Something which is done by the subject and received by the object. That was all. Okay, the what? The word I can receive. Do you know receive? To get. دریافت کردن. Receiver, it means the person or something which receives something. Receiver of action. Keep this in mind. Action, I'm talking about action. In a sentence, when you want to understand or detect the object, you need to think of the verb. The verb should be action verb. And secondly, the verb should be transitive verb, or else you will not be able to detect the object anything. Object is a word, for example. Okay, somebody says Sarah. Sarah is a girl. Sarah buys a new car. Sarah buys a new car. Got it? Look at this sentence. What is bought? عمل دوستا روی چی انجام میشه اینجا؟ روی کار. کدام کار؟ A new car. A new car. عمل روی یک موتر جدید انجام میشه. حالا این عمل به خود گرفت یا نه؟ That is okay. Next example. Okay, the new car is noun or pronoun? Huh? Exactly. We saw him on the street. On the street. We saw him on the street. So where is the object here? Him is the object. The action of seeing is done upon him. Him is a word which is receiving the action here. You guys understood? What is him? Noun or pronoun? Pronoun. Any confusions? Any problems? No problems. That was okay. And one more sentence I'm gonna make here. Somebody says, she sent, the past form for send is sent. Sent me an email. An email. Where do you think the object is? Sorry. Where do you think the object is here? Sorry? Sorry? Email. Email is the object. So what is me here? Huh? Hey, keep this in mind. A sentence can have more than one object. Me and an email, both of them are objects. When a sentence has more than one object can be direct object, mustaqim, one is indirect object. How do you think of it? Think of it. Which one do you think is direct object? عمل کدامش مستقیم به خود گرفت؟ می. چرا؟ چرا؟ چون مستقیم پشتر سنت ما. آفرین، اشتباه نکن. اون مرا به ایمیل فرستاد یا ایمیل به ما فرستاد؟ ایمیل برای ما فرستاده، نه ما رو برداشت برای ایمیل فرستاده شد. دوستای محترم، ما جایش دنبال چی نمیگردیم؟ پوزیشنش در جمله، ما نقشش اینجا سیلیم. ایمیل برای ما فرستاد. Now here me is ing object and an email is dir direct object. یاد گرفتی؟ در ازا تو میتونی با یک حرف اضافه اینوی جمله رو بگی. مثلا she sent an email to me. حالا اینجا خیلی راحت. You guys understood? Yeah. This is all about sentence parts. If there's any confusions or questions, you can call on me. I'm here to help you with anything. If no, that is all for today. Is the time over?
Yes.
Okay.